What healing is to me, the image that was coming up when that with that question was just this field of wildflowers and just spinning around, laughing inside of it. And what that then led me to was, oh, healing as a verb. That's kind of a paradox, because on one hand, it is a process that we will always be in, because there will always be ruptures and repairs, and that's part of intimacy, and it's beautiful. There will always be a healing, mending as part of our human ride while we're in a body. And there also is a sort of reason why we're doing healing that we can't miss, or else we're kind of just going around in circles, which is like we're doing the work or participating in self-inquiry, study, vulnerable moments in order to experience more joy and more ease and more just presence and awe and beauty and all the life affirming experiences that get to happen while we're human, but that sometimes we miss because there's pain and there's ways of coping with that pain that sometimes don't allow us to fully see clearly, and we feel a little distracted by what's happening inside of us, which is part of the process. But it's like love, healing to me is like I've experienced healing when I've experienced love getting bigger than what is hard. So not that the hard goes away, but that the love is so big that I feel more capable of turning towards what hurts, because I've got love on my side, and that can do anything. Healing is to me when I have been able to really feel myself in alignment with my values, in my actions, in my words, in my thoughts, when I really feel like what I've been maybe contemplating as a good idea or practicing, let's say something like acceptance, when I feel that integrating into my life in a way that it's my first choice. And I'm like, oh, I've made a decision that I might have before made differently. But now there's a lightness and an ease, and there's not much energy being spent. That to me is like something has healed or is healing because I'm more in alignment. And so therefore, I know I'm in more alignment because I feel more ease and joy in my body, which is, in my opinion, the purpose of healing. Um, and that healing also means to me this like resilience that comes from even just that vulnerable process of seeing and being in relationship to what may have been really scary or sad or hard before. Like there is an inner strength that is, I feel, only able to be practiced in hard moments, in moments where we really are asked, like, how do I want to show up here? And we either show up in the way that's in alignment, or we look back and say, I may have done that differently. And now I feel the ache of not having done the thing that was probably more in alignment. And from hindsight, I can see that, and then I can have compassion, and then I can take that in and do the best I can to turn that into a life-affirming moment. Um, the other thing that comes up when what is healing to me is I've really been reconciling with this. I was actually writing about it today, how for a while as a practitioner and as a teacher, I got really into this like always looking for the thing that was going to heal me. And underneath of that, it was like, yes, the path of a spiritual seeker, because healing is a continuum. But it was also, there were roots in this part of me that was like, there will always be some healing to do because I'm inevitably broken or flawed. And that's a pit that I don't know if there's a bottom. But if I keep healing, maybe one of these days, it'll finally go to the bottom of the pit and fill it in with some useful information. But that's just not true. And it's a really interesting paradox because I owe so much of that magnetism towards the spiritual path. It's interesting when that magnetism is somewhat really pure and somewhat rooted in the kind of I'm not enough delusion. And I don't think it's right or wrong. I think it's like, yeah, both of them, both shadow and light, sort of propel us in the direction that is in alignment with our soul. And I feel, as someone who facilitates spaces, I feel like I really want to be a part of the movement that says, like, there's actually nothing innately wrong with you. And the only thing that we're healing is our perception. It's the only thing. And because of that perception, the somatic response and the psychic response to that perception, that's what we're clearing. There's nothing innately wrong. And therefore, if there's nothing innately wrong, we can go into, well, then what's the point? Or we can go into, what's the point? And maybe we can just be like, oh my gosh, we just get to play here. And when I can locate that inside myself, oh my goodness, being a human becomes so much more fun. I really want to, one of my mentors says, like, let's watch when we start to get into what can be called the healing crisis. Like, okay, I did that thing, now what's the next thing? What's the next? Because I have to heal this unhealable, I have to love this unlovable part of me. And I think we might need a little bit more time to go into, like, just spaciousness and ease and togetherness, loving, dancing together and having a moment to hear each other's names, sharing tea, going on a walk. Just these real simple human kindnesses that help us remember that perhaps the most healing thing we could do for ourselves and the planet is to go simple, because the simplest truth is love. So if we go simpler and simpler, maybe we'll touch it. Yeah, I think I really want for myself to feel that part, that for as many days as I'm in my body, may I spend more of them in the trust, ease, and joy and delight of getting to be in a body. May my love be, the love be bigger than all of the fear. And I want that for myself, and I want that for everyone. Yeah, I think healing is it's not even like it's not a birthright. It's like an unavoidable process. It's like more than a birthright. It's like blood circulation. Yeah, I think that's all what comes to mind and heart when I feel into what healing is to me.